I've done 29, one of my earlier films, I won't say which one, where I just had to say, sir.
So after I got selected for Vanity, all I wanted ever since I started, cinema and acting, was to act in a Mani Ratnam film.
And then you have Kamal sir, who's like Shivaji sir, and then you had Rajni sir, who's doing this. And from very earlier on, after Sedu, I thought, why can't I do both? Why do I need to go only this way? Which was very difficult at that time.
Actually, I've never done auditions.
You've never done auditions.
It's like,
Very fortunate.
Hello everyone, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Speak Easy. My guests today are so talented. Actors who've done diverse roles, worked so hard to be where they are. And like the trailer says, the Cholas are back, and how? Welcome to the show.
Thank you,
That was
Rudrani.
wow.
It is true. I cannot imagine the kind, like sitting here with all of y'all, the filmography that you guys share is insane. There is no other way to put it.
Thank you.
Every one of you, you all have done characters, you all have experimented, you all have done everything possible to make sure that you all could be where you are. And I have extreme admiration for all of you.
I'm a baby compared to them, but fine, I'll take it.
I was just telling her before the camera, I have so much respect for Aishwarya because she right in the beginning of her career, and we all know, like now it's better for a lot of female actors, but she's done roles that had so much agency and stories that needed to be told. So, I mean, please, 100%, you're here.
Thanks.
So I would like to
Don't cry.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I became...
In your own right. But, my first question, of course, I'm going to jump right into where the climax and how PS2 is going to carry that forward. The Umairani scene, so crucial. And everybody had so much theories post that, which of course, if you have read the book, you know the significance of the scene. Ravi, I want you to tell me about this entire scene, which I think kind of broke the internet.
Really?
Yeah, because the theories were insane. The ones who haven't read the book, then they went and did their own research, they come up with their own things. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, definitely. To start with, all my well-wishers who haven't read the book came to me and said, in a very pathos mood, and asked me, "You will die in the second part?" It's like,
Yeah, they felt like inside.
Because, after the drowning shot or whatever, the pathos music which comes, it's actually, when we met A.R. Rahman sir, he told, I had a lucid dream. In that dream, I composed this music, he said. So it was so haunting, that music was. So that's why my well-wishers were worried, I believe. They came and asked, will you die in the second part? And I
Very
was
convincing.
like,
Very
first part you're dead.
Oh, yeah.
Are you
First
there?
part we don't know.
And is there another dream happening to someone where everything changes?
No, it's going to be interesting. The second part is going to be interesting. There are many unsolved puzzles there. I want it to be unsolved at least till the 28th.
Sure. But how was it shooting that scene for you, though?
Yeah, but this film has to be made, word by word.
Correct.
So we had many reading sessions. In fact, Mani sir said, let's go with the first half first. Even though we were shooting both the parts in a jumbled manner.
Correct.
But he said, let's concentrate on the first part and we'll have a separate reading only for the first part. Even though we are shooting in a jumbled way. But I don't know why. Because he wanted us to get into the character so that it's like a test. Whenever any scene is ready, we should be able to play that part properly.
100%.
Yeah, so we went for the script reading in that chronological order. First part we studied, read, script reading, whatever. Actually, I studied.
That's so cool. That's necessary, right? Sometimes.
And so he didn't hide anything from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was very open, and he gave the scripts to the whole team. Everybody has to be prepared for what was coming. So we shot like 2 sequences, not even scenes, in one day. 2 sequences.
It's crazy.
So that's how it was. So it was an experience.
That action bit, I think we both did it together.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we shot for about 10 days on a ship. And I think Manisha was wanting it to look as real as possible, even without the CG. Even without the ocean and the other
Correct.
CGI. He still wanted to shoot it on camera with the real effects. So they actually, every day we would go and the boat would look different. It would have first broken half, then it'll get deeper and the slopes will be deeper. So I think they planned it in such a way. Like we've only seen these makings in Hollywood productions. Like when we shot making of Titanic, we've seen it before. Like people sliding and falling down. We got to do all that.
How amazing is that?
Also, may I add something to, not about that shooting sequence, about the hiding part. Mani sir doesn't do that to his actors. So, Trisha was saying on stage yesterday that she got to listen to Aga Naga, the song, from the first day of shoot. And we had our first day of shoot for the movie PS1. The first day, it was both of us shooting, and I got the song Alay Kadalaram, that's the Tamil version.
So good.
Yeah, I love the song. I was listening to that song for the past 3 years, all through COVID, because I got a A.R. Rahman song in my mail and I was listening to it.
And
I
before
was
all of us,
moved.
no? Imagine, only she made it.
And I got
I
the lyrics.
love that.
The lyrics were lovely. Yeah, so Sir
so
doesn't
special.
hide from his actors.
Clearly, and how amazing is that? And the thing that I have not been able to stop humming in a very bad manner. Na, 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 na.
Again.
Oh, that's the again.
No. You all are doing one. I saw you all humming. Come, let's do.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So afraid. You didn't do it?
No.
Why?
I'm clever.
Oh, that's our song. That's Kundavai and my song.
I like how you think it's our song only.
Yeah, he obviously
possessive about my song.
We're all possessive about our songs. And he got all the best songs, first part and second part.
Please don't feel
Okay,
jealous.
that's first part.
Okay,
This
then.
one, second part. And yeah, you didn't have to remind me of that.
Okay.
Aga Naga is like, again, one book.
He's got a beautiful song on this.
But I think that there's this magic of Mani Ratnam as well, right? Like it's so beautiful how he manages to take the visuals and the song and put it together. I feel like when you're listening to a song, you see the visual along with it, and that's the beauty and the magic of it. And like we rightly said, okay, Vikram. Again, you're someone who has literally done every kind of possible role. You've put yourself out there. You've also been someone who's really been selective about doing the kind of work that you do. You see that here. You see the kind of effort that you've put in. Salman and Sanjay Dutt, while I was talking to them, spoken about the importance of how a lot of Hindi films, Sanjay some time back, are losing the importance of heroism and also the intricacy of the importance of our culture and the grassroots level of it. And he said that's all he wants to do. For someone who's done everything, I want to ask the importance of that, the importance of heroism to you.
You're talking about heroism as in masala or mass films, or are you talking about that? Or
Yeah, like
that,
in general, that's what he meant.
mainstream
Yeah.
cinema? For me, I've always I wanted to wear both shoes. Like I needed to do this and that and ride both horses, straddle both horses and ride. Because I've always been fascinated by the fact that there is a Shivaji Ganeshan sir and there is an MGR, Mr. MGR, who is the mass person, while Shivaji sir did only acting. And then you have Kamal sir, who's like Shivaji sir, and then you had Rajni sir, who's doing this. And from very earlier on, after Sedu, I thought, why can't I do both? Why do I need to go only this way? Which was very difficult at that time. I think now it's easier. That time I actually stepped back a little from mass films and went into this thing of wanting to act, which immediately makes a film smaller.
Yeah.
Whether it's Kasi or whichever movie, it becomes smaller because you cannot have that mass thing with the songs and blah blah. So business is also, which didn't matter to me then because I thought I was doing a Kasi, then I was doing a Gemini, then I was juxtaposing films. But now it's not like that. Now it's more content, and if you can actually do a film that has good content, it'll really do well. But having said that, I love doing both. I love wearing green with polka dots and orange shoes, and you can see my shoes. See, both of us are actually twinning. We can see our feet in our shoes. It's like
This is a theme, by the way.
Yeah, it's back in the day. She looked after me when I'd gone to New York. She was in charge of
Okay,
me.
wow.
And that's all. So that's why she's that easy familiarity. She's like, ask me the question last. It's okay.
You didn't ask him the question last at all.
No, I'm kidding. Okay, listen.
I
So what I'm
apologize.
saying is, I like to I like to do this. At the same time, I like to do films that are, hardcore and hitting and really doesn't have any, responsibility at the box office. As an actor, I think, but which is not a very good decision because I could actually do big films where I do a small role that will still satiate my thirst for trying to be different. So now, that being said, I feel the industry is such that you can actually do good films and a film like this had all of us perform. It's not just a film which is big on a large scale. All of us had intense characters. All of us are grey, except maybe Arunmozhi Varma. Everybody else, we're all grey. I mean, not her, of course. She's pure in love and blah, blah, blah. She's still
Unrequited love.
But if you see, like, Nandini she's justified in what she does.
Yeah.
I'm justified in what I feel, but I'm being stupid. She's someone else's wife. It's like that. Karthi, again, I don't think you're grey. But you're playful, blah, blah. But I would say
Very
more than
sincere
grey,
character.
I think grey is the wrong word. I would say we're all justified in what we search for and what we try to get, especially the two of us.
Can be grey also, Vikram, because if someone looks at it, will feel like, oh, that's such a
Wrong
angry and
thing
a
to
wrong
do.
thing
Yeah,
to
no,
do.
but I said all the characters are
Correct,
great. It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like that. But I think all the characters are justified in what they seek.
Yeah.
So there's no bad person in the film. Like Nandini is not bad. I'm not bad. It's because for me, love. It's I keep saying like whatever happens, she was mine. She's always been mine. So how can she be someone else's wife? Is my argument. While she says I'm not even like. I mean, why would you think?
She went through so many things, which we're yet to see.
So all that is like, and doing that kind of a role, all of us doing the roles in this film, we got the best of both worlds. We're not just heroes. We are princes. He's a king of a country that we don't have a country that doesn't exist. But he's still
absorbed
a
by
prince.
the Cholas.
He's absorbed by
He's a
us.
Chola
But his fealty and loyalty lies with us, which is again something that's so very enduring. So that's how it is, and I love this film because everything is in this.
Yeah, there is a balance that I think a very few films can get it right, like you rightly said. That is why, while there is so much love at the box office, you all have been revered by the critics and a lot of people online. Very difficult balance to make. And while I'm there, I of course must bring your character in this. She's someone, she might be a boatman's daughter, but there is that agency in her, and she's fighting for what she wants to be, and of course, the unrequited love that she feels, for the king.
I don't know. Yes.
I want to know how you looked at the character when you first got it, because I know that I'm sure for characters like this, you really don't care what your screen time, it doesn't matter, because you make impact.
So I actually tested for the character Vanity initially, and
You were the first ones, isn't it?
the first look test was mine. The first day of shoot was mine. I think Sir was doing trials with me, and then maybe shoot with the superstar.
Or most confident about you. Can be.
I think I just submitted to his vision.
Process.
Yeah. So I never had any question. But mostly I was always available. They were always shooting. Their dates were difficult to get. So that was the actual reason. So after I got selected for Vanity, all I wanted ever since I started, cinema and acting was to act in a Mani Ratnam film. So for me, Vanity itself was a bonus. And getting Pungurili was like, I want no money, I want nothing. I just want to come and act. I just want to be in, Mani sir said, in his presence, to be honest with you. And also just to, you were talking about the characters that I've done, be it in Malayalam cinema and even in Tamil cinema, in a commercial film, I got to do something, a role of a very strong woman. But the thing is, I would like to give all the credit to the writers. And I think I just got lucky.
And I'm glad. I hope you keep getting lucky.
Lucky.
That's fantastic. You mentioned about the fact that, how your character feels so passionately about Nandini, right? Like saying that that's what I want. You see that reunion scene in the trailer, and you feel the chemistry.
Yes.
It's there, the piercing gaze. In fact, it took me back to Ravan. Even though it's a very different dynamics, but there is a certain way that you look at your wife at that time, that, she's yours, but she's not yours.
Me as Dev or me as Veera?
You as Veera, actually, more. But even as Dev, I feel like there is something.
Dev was very callous
Yeah.
with it. She's there, I was taking for granted.
Yeah, but I feel like that gaze is there. I want to know about that scene and how you felt to be back with a co-star that you've been appreciated before as well so much with. The chemistry is there.
Yeah, it's very interesting because, believe it or not, it's because Ravan, I think, a lot of people have watched it now again after Ponniyin Selvan because, and I think it works because we don't get to be with each other. Even in part 1, I was there in just one scene. And it was hardly just a glimpse of her and me together. And again in part 2, I don't know how many scenes we are together for. But the thing is, I think that love or the romance between the two so strong that the audience wants them to meet. And I think that's why they go back to Ravan to see. But Ravan and again we don't, get together. So that is working in our favor, I think. It's like, it's quite interesting.
Yeah. I love that interval thing where Aditya Kargalan's character is trying to push that memory down, and that's Manisa's like master storytelling
so,
there.
Like he just said, like we tried different things. Finally, just said, just trip, go on a trip. Just start tripping on
Then
it.
that
We tried the
scene
dialogue, then we
comes.
did it like little volatile, then we tried little like emotional, and then he said, no, keep it down. Then he said, no, just start tripping, and that's him, how he gets it from you.
But that's a fantastic scene.
You know what I like? I mean, not his tough scenes. His most casual scene. I mean, to be a prince and to do a modern body language, it has to mix.
Yeah.
It's a very rare
And it
combination.
shouldn't stand out
It
as
shouldn't
well,
stand
yeah.
out. But where he says, to Kundavai, he will say, come sit in. And then he says, who does that?
I mean, as a king, you don't do that. Yeah.
I'm like, but it didn't look hard for me.
Actually, this is a very
He's
modest.
Yeah, it's a sister. So he knows the relationship to who, to how to behave to whom, everything, that's the actor he is. So, difficult scenes, of course he's going to do it. But even to add a value to a small, normal scene, he's done it.
Thank you very much. Again, what is so beautiful is he and I have both acted with her as a pair. She's not even our sister.
Yeah.
But when you see the film, you believe you're brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
It's a very strange thing. There's one beautiful scene where the three of us have acted.
Yeah.
Ravi
But
and
we
I
felt
don't-
it.
We don't look alike. Neither does Trisha look like either of us. But you won't believe, you see the scene, it's so beautiful. He's picturized it in such a way. Karthi is also there, but he won't be there in the frame. You will believe, after the shot, everyone said, actually you're looking like Ravi. Trisha, you're looking like Vikram. It's... And then I was thinking, and then I looked and, we are looking similar. So I said, no, that's why I shot it that way. You see the scene, it was a very difficult scene. We got out we needed yoga. like it was a contortionist kind of a scene. We put all our skills in and it worked. But you just see the scene. You'll remember the three of us together.
Yeah. One scene, yeah.
One scene.
It's like three
But
chests.
you'll know that they're siblings. I mean, there's no doubt. And the irony is I've done 2 films with her as a pair, but he's done like, I don't know.
With PS2 5.
Yeah. No. PS
Before
like
that,
a sister.
3.
No. Not as a sister. I'm saying as a
Before
pair.
that, 3 movies.
So when people have identified with you and a girl as a pair, like imagine Aishwarya and me acting as a brother and sister.
Yeah.
It's a very strange thought.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of cinema and Mani sir.
Ask like a quick question to Karthi. I love the bromance. I love that camaraderie, and I feel like that has to be appreciated. You saw what people loved, people enjoyed what happened in RRR with two characters, right? Yeah. They really thought like two men truly appreciating that, and I see that.
Yeah.
Karthi, I want your reaction on that. The importance of that as well, not just romantic couples, the friendship.
Very interestingly, they both are princes.
Yeah.
But the relationship that I have with him is like a leader. I adore him he gives me the respect as a friend, and I treat him with a respect.
Yeah.
Whereas when I come to him, there's a very different relationship with us. I think maybe we are all the same age gap, and the way we get along. And right from the beginning, my introduction to him is that he's going to be the suitor for a sister. So he starts treating me with that kind of an affiliation. And for me, it is always protecting my principle. I'm duty bound. But as we travel together, I think even as actors, I think we share a lot in common because our fathers were first generation. We grew up in the industry. We're so much in common. We both have 2 siblings. Yeah. And there is so much to share among ourselves. But I think it carried on to the screen as well. When we're doing the action together, we're always reaching out or looking out for each other. And it's continuing even now, even after the film is over.
I love that shot of both of them in the trailer where they come together,
Action
especially.
together.
I love it.
It's fab.
Love.
And I think that kind of translates on screen, very
absolutely.
easily. Okay, this is called the Never Have I Ever movie version. There are no controversial questions here. But it is the Never Have I Ever movie version. I say a statement. If you have, I say never have I ever lied about something. If you have lied, you need to tell me what that was and the reason for it. Okay?
From the movie?
From anything on the set, from your life in general. It is about movies. It's about...
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, that's going to be a thing now. Never have I ever lied about why I chose to reject a film.
I've lied
Yeah.
multiple times.
Okay.
We always lie.
Yeah.
Always.
Because
don't
I
hurt
guess we don't want to
anybody,
hurt
Hurt
them.
Yeah.
sentiments.
Yeah.
It destroys someone who's only thought,
Okay. More, so yes for everybody, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never have I ever done 50 takes, more than 50 takes for a scene.
5015.
5-0.
No,
Never.
haven't.
I've done.
What's the max?
I've done 29 in one of my earlier films. I won't say which one, where I just had to say sir. And I just had to say sir.
I feel you.
So on the phone, like I'm a cop and I go to arrest someone and then my senior officer calls up. So I said, sir. He said, no. I want you to say, sir. I said, yes, sir. Sir. No. Sir. So it was 29 takes. And the last take also he said, it's okay. Just okay that take.
I've given many takes.
What's the max?
I didn't keep count of it.
Okay, like more than 20.
See, that was we were filming with film cans.
Correct.
They changed 2, so I don't know how many.
I have one film. I've done 14 on the first day, and then they said pack up because it was the end of the day.
And they all
Then the
wanted a
next
break,
day, the next day, I went 16. But I still remember it was the third take that was you. So I have no.
No,
clue
what
why.
happens?
It's
Directors,
again,
what they
it's
do,
almost
to
30,
just keep
both of us the same. I'm 29.
to keep your confidence intact. No, they stop giving the clap after some time.
Yeah.
Because you get conscious.
Then
Now,
it goes-
what they do is
they were
they start
kind.
after
A,
the
B,
15,
C,
they'll
no?
say
A,
1,
B,
A,
C.
15.
I cried by the 14th take.
What are the max takes that you must have taken for Ponniyin Selvan for a scene? Like max that you have to keep redoing. Is there a scene?
I've
like
not-
that?
never-
I've not done more than 2.
Fab. Isn't
Yeah,
there the
that's
kind of
money.
planning that has gone into it?
No.
Acting. Why did you give it acting? No, give us
Acting
acting.
also.
credit. What do you mean planning? How can you
meant-
plan a take? You know?
Ravi, sir, I really meant both.
No, I
He's
understand.
just doing both.
It's not about gone. What do you mean?
Planning
Acted
also such a
well.
huge budget
Preparation
film.
rather.
Preparation.
Illa, it's the fear of money,
I
sir.
apologize.
Nothing else.
What's the fear of it?
No, he got it right in 2 takes. That's right.
Okay.
Fear.
Performance. Please.
It is performance
Give the
based.
actors-
100% I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Never have I ever just done a film without reading the script.
Never.
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 I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Friendship?
After that, I
No,
did.
that was the one. That was the one he directed.
No, never. I'll write the script first. So I will read it also if I'm directing. But once I did that, after that, I never done.
You didn't read the script.
I didn't.
No, we have the.
Because the director told me to trust him. And
Yeah, they'll say, yeah, okay.
I've never done that again.
Never done that again.
Never trusted again.
I only started believing and trusting in myself after that.
Karthi, do you have something to add?
Never.
I think the first film nobody can ask for a script. After that,
Okay.
True.
Well, that's true.
Mine was a remake.
And
So
that didn't, and it worked brilliantly for him. Actually, you should not listen to scripts.
no, doesn't work for me.
Not anymore. Not anymore, of course. Okay. Never have I ever done the worst audition yet bagged the role. According to you, you felt like you've done a very bad audition, but you got the role.
This one.
You thought you were bad?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
really?
Both the times. For both the character, I was bad.
but you still got selected.
It's there in the BTS video. Sir says nice, and I was like, nice.
I had done a bad audition for Mumbai and for Bombay, and I didn't get it also. I was in it, and
Actually, I've never done auditions.
You've never done auditions.
he's like,
Very fortunate.
he doesn't listen to scripts. That's a super duper critically acclaimed. Doesn't do auditions. I'm telling you,
Lucky boy.
very bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Your
will
minute
get-
is up. You can go now.
I know. I was going to
3,
end by
2,
saying
1.
if there was any other character you would do instead of the one that you've got, which would that be? But one word because this is the end. Cannot
Yeah,
have.
If
If
she
I
was
was
a
a man, I would have done his role.
His, na? There you go. I have one answer. All right.
If I was a man.
Thank you.
and if I was a woman, I'll tell you later.
Nandini?
Yeah.
Of course.
Or even Kundavai is a beautiful
Kundavai
character.
also is a
But Nandini has a different, the shades she has. And your minute is up and you can finish our
Yeah.
last bit. 3, 2, 1.
Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I think PS2 is obviously it already is being appreciated from the trailer and everything else. It is going to create history. as it should. Thank you so much once
Thank
again.
you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Rudrani.
Thank you.
Thank you.